Hello everyone, I'm KIR, and we're today with another Super League Soccer video. So this video, I'm going to be answering a question that many people have been asking me. What is Scrim? So basically, Scrim is short for scrimmage. It's like a practice game between two teams. Usually pro teams do these against each other, so they can train and try out their player skills. The point of a scrimmage is not to win by any means, as much as is about testing out specific strats and see what needs to be improved in terms of execution. So what is Scrim in Super League Soccer? It's basically two teams playing against each other, like practicing, but more competitive. They also use scrims to know the opponent's playstyle and analyze them in actual league matches. A Super League Soccer scrim should have enough players, which are 7. If they don't have enough players, then they will be able to loan other players from other teams. Usually a scrim in Super League Soccer, some players will play seriously to try their actual skills if they play for real. But of course, if both teams had to make a scrim to practice, then players should play it seriously so that they know what's the problem of the team or on themselves. From that, they'll train better at that point and gets better to play for serious matches such as league matches. Saying that doesn't mean scrim is all easy. Sometimes the teams come up with the best players and they have to try their best. League matches are still much more stressful as the players can't make a single mistake. But in scrims, they're just practices, so it is not really a problem if they do anything wrong. Speaking of that, we also have to know how to play scrim. Here's my tip. If you see a pro in that public with their friends there, play it seriously and try to show off your skills. There might be a chance those players will get impressed by your abilities and ask you to join their team. Joining their team, you should also ask the manager to play a few matches first or to try out you. Try to perform well, and maybe many other teams will also find you. And for the final question, is Scrim really competitive? For me, no. It's clearly not that competitive. Overall, just a practice between two teams, and you don't have to be sweaty that much. If it's a league match, which has a prize pool, then people will try their best. I think Scrim is just for players not to get their skills lost every day and to understand their teammates more. So yeah, that's all about Scrim. But today, we also have a special guest. I've come all my way to Japan just to meet this player. One of the best Asia players in Super League Soccer, was a 3 stars in Super League, is currently the leader of the most famous Asia club Magic FC. And yes, that is Pool Magic. He also plays scrims a lot. And in this video, I've invited him here to tell his experiences in Super League Soccer scrims. So can you tell me your experiences about scrim in SLS?
My experience in scrims? So, my experience is that I usually play as an attacker or a winger. So I usually be forced to pass to the CF. But I actually just solo and score more. And I usually, how do I say this? I usually get the ball by myself because I don't get passed. And also my current status in SLS, that's one reason why I don't get passed at all. And the fact that I'm one of the most efficient players in scrims, or not, in Asia. And it's just a bit too easy.
What do you think about Scrim? Is it competitive or anything?
Scrims, it's not that competitive. It's more like a test, to see if you're good or to improve before leagues.
Have you ever faced such a hard scrim match?
Have you ever faced such a hard scrim? Yeah, every single scrim I get ping abused by 20 lap merchants and my average ping is 60. Every scrim is hard for me, but I make it easier because it's me.
What do you think is the toughest thing in scrim?
Toughest thing in scrim is someone passing. And also how your teammates common sense is. Because they usually leave one person unmarked or they just attack as a defender. And the passing part that I mentioned earlier, if your teammate isn't an egoist, then that's a good thing. But if he is, then he's not passing a single bit.
What is the best scrim that you've ever done?
Best scrim I ever done? Probably versus C-Tried in my alt account, because I was alting. I scored 20 games 3 times. And they're all lap merchants with 20 and lower.
How would you rate yourself in Scrim out of 10?
How would you rate myself in a scrim? 9 out of 10. A 10 if I pass, but I have a reason why I don't pass.
What's that reason, may I know?
The reason why I don't pass is because everyone sucks when they're dribbling and scoring, and I have to do it, and I do it better. I only pass if I'm certain they can actually do it.
Do you think Scrim is a good way of training and getting better, or it just creates pressure?
Both. A scrim is a good way to like improve, like fix stuff like how you dribble or finish, and it creates pressure for you so you can get used to that pressure to actually like do something better in a situation you're not used to.
All right. Thanks, Pool, for being the special quest of this video.
Alright.
And that's also the end of this video. Thanks for watching and see ya.